Donald Trump's trade war is nearing its endgame. The U.S. president has set a new August 1 deadline for crippling tariff increases, threatening sweeping import charges unless exporting countries strike a deal. Critics argue that Trump's latest maneuver is economic brinkmanship that could backfire. And they question both Trump's economic rationale and the political wisdom of increasing import taxes. Every sector of the U.S. economy would feel the impact of such tariffs. American retailers will struggle to stock shelves with the cheap, everyday goods that consumers take for granted. This squeeze could see a sharp rise in consumer prices, particularly on items like clothing, electronics, and furniture, undermining voter confidence, just as another election cycle begins. A Christmas of fewer and more expensive gifts would surely erode Trump's approval ratings. Meanwhile, China is playing its diplomatic and commercial hand with precision. It has described Trump's trade war as bullying behavior, and has offered improved trade terms to supportive African nations, who face the double whammy of an export tax hike and American foreign aid cuts. China has every reason to be satisfied with its Africa relationship, which has deepened significantly over the last 2 decades, thanks to Belt and Road Initiative infrastructure loans, favorable bilateral deals, and mineral for finance exchanges. China has become essential to Africa's economic trajectory. More than 10,000 Chinese companies now operate across the continent. Chinese loans financed over 1/3 of all major African infrastructure projects between 2013 and 2021. Yet, in spite of China's assiduous courting of the continent's leaders, can any African nation really afford to snub Trump? This week, the American president raised the stakes yet higher, by warning African states against aligning with what he brands the anti-American alliance. Trump announced that any country showing strategic alignment with the BRICS organization, which includes South Africa, Egypt, and Ethiopia, would face an additional 10% tariff on all exports to the United States. America remains the world's largest economy. It is decisive for many countries seeking access to global capital markets. America is still the world's policeman, the home of the global reserve currency, and the guarantor of international shipping lanes. All in all, African leaders are in a perilous bind. Do they grab the money and infrastructure offers from Beijing? Or do they play it safe with Washington? And if they stick with America, will Beijing, facing a global economic slowdown of its own, call in Africa's debts? The choices are stark and the clock is ticking.